The wait for The Last of Us Season 2 is almost over, and with it comes the return of some beloved characters. Who's definitely returning, and who could possibly join them? Let's take a look. Pedro Pascal returns as Joel Miller, the hardened survivor whose bond with Ellie became the emotional core of Season 1. By the finale, Joel's connection to Ellie is what drove him to stop the Fireflies' plan to create a vaccine. Discovering it would kill Ellie, Joel went into rampage mode, massacring the Fireflies to save an unconscious Ellie and take her back to Jackson. He then lied to Ellie, telling her the Fireflies had abandoned their search for a cure, and lied again when she asked him to swear what he told her was the truth. Season 2 will be exploring the consequences of Joel's choices, and if the show follows the original game of The Last of Us Part 2, it won't be long before his past catches up with him. Joel's actions have placed a very big and very angry target on his back. In the game, this leads to one of the most shocking and heartbreaking twists in gaming history. While HBO hasn't confirmed exact story timings, that particular sequence is unavoidable. Showrunners Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann have said that Season 2 will remain largely faithful to the game's plot, but have hinted that there will be more expansion on characters and storytelling. Hopefully, this will lead to more Joel screen time than in-game. The Last of Us Part 2 does give us insight into Joel Miller's softer side. Perhaps in the early episodes of Season 2, we will get to witness what happens when he and Ellie try to settle into life in Jackson. This peaceful period may include further scenes of Joel trying to bond with Ellie. We know from the trailer that the integral, iconic Joel and Ellie moments have been kept in, such as gifting her the guitar and teaching her to play. But as anyone who played Part 2 knows, this happiness is fleeting. Joel's story in Season 2 will likely be one of reckoning as he faces the repercussions of his actions in Season 1. There is no The Last of Us 2 without Ellie Williams. And of course, Bella Ramsey will be returning as the feisty badass herself. This season is going to be even more emotionally complex for the character as her story arc takes center stage. In Season 1, Ellie grew from a mouthy and scrappy teenage survivor into someone willing to do whatever it took to stay alive. She became the parallel of Joel's darker side and aided him in his own evolution. However, with Season 1 ending with Joel's lie, a rift is forming, and this lie will loom over Ellie's journey in Season 2. If Season 2 follows the game, Ellie's role will be shifting dramatically. Now 19, she is stronger, more independent, and eventually deeply driven by a raging vengeance. We will see her set out on a dangerous journey to Seattle, seeking retribution for events that unfold early in the season. Another major storyline that will be introduced is Ellie's relationship with Dina, a new character joining the series. Dina plays a significant role in The Last of Us Part 2, and their dynamic will add a new layer of emotional depth to Ellie's journey. Expect to see a more vulnerable, romantic side of Ellie, counterbalanced by an unwavering thirst for revenge. Bella Ramsey has already proven they can handle Ellie's emotional depth, but Season 2 will push the character to darker and more intense places. How much will Ellie's world have changed by the season's end? Fans of the game already know the answer isn't simple. Joel's younger brother and a former Firefly, Tommy, is returning with his new life in Jackson. In Season 1, Tommy, played by Gabriel Luna, had a more minor role. We saw him on Outbreak Day, and then again when he finally reunites with Joel in Wyoming. In that time, he had settled down and struggled between wanting to help Joel and protecting his own future with Maria. He ultimately agreed to aid Joel and Ellie, but Joel came to his senses and the brothers parted ways. In The Last of Us Part 2, Tommy is a much bigger character and plays a vital role in shaping Ellie's journey. Following a tragic event, Tommy becomes a catalyst for Ellie's pursuit of revenge, dragging her into a mission that will push both of them to their limits. Tommy's own path in the game is equally heartbreaking, as his quest for justice leaves him physically and emotionally shattered. It is likely that Tommy will have a much larger role in Season 2 of the show as well. If we are expanding on the first 5 years of Joel and Jackson, perhaps there will be more time to show the brothers' relationship before things spiral out of control. His dynamic with Maria and the community in Jackson will also be explored, as will his role as a new father, something that is yet to come in the games. Perhaps this will be used as a bonding moment between him and Joel, with Joel giving Tommy advice on raising a newborn. Though Tommy is a big part of the second game, his actual screen time isn't as much as you would expect. In the game, we follow Ellie, who essentially tracks the wake of Tommy's destruction. He is talked about almost like a bogeyman. The violence he enacts is seen in the aftermath, but with the omniscience of a TV show, it would be good to follow Tommy's own vengeful path in real time. Rutina Wesley returns as Maria, Tommy's wife and one of Jackson's leaders. Introduced in Season 1 as a protective and pragmatic figure, Maria made it clear that she didn't fully trust Joel or the dangers he could bring to their community. In Season 2, Maria's leadership is going to be put to the test in numerous ways. Judging by the trailer, it looks like the fight for Jackson is brought to them by infected rather than the residents clearing the horde away from the town. She also has a new child and a grieving husband to think about. As Tommy becomes more entangled in the fallout of Joel's actions, she will likely struggle to keep emotional and professional feelings separate when dealing with the fallout of Tommy's choices. In the game, Maria is mostly a background figure, but the show may expand her role, giving her more of a voice in the conflicts brewing within Jackson. Maria also has a deep connection with Ellie. In the game, she supports Ellie emotionally when things get tough. The show could lean into this dynamic, giving Ellie a motherly figure she can turn to, at least before she embarks on her dangerous journey.
Be safe. Thanks.
The Last of Us Part 2 is known for its impactful flashbacks, and there is no reason why the show's second season couldn't use them to bring back some familiar faces. It is highly likely we will see a return of Marlene, the leader of the Fireflies. Although she met her end at Joel's hands in Season 1, if the show sticks to the game, there will be flashbacks that feature her discussing the vaccine procedure in Salt Lake City. However, it might be nice to add in additional cutbacks to provide insight into her backstory, possibly exploring her connection with Ellie's mother, Anna, which would then give us some more Ashley Johnson screen time too. Joel's daughter Sarah had one of the most heartbreaking deaths in the series premiere.
I know. Tommy, help me!
As we saw in Season 1, she is never far from her father's thoughts. Given Joel's journey in Season 2, seeing her again in flashbacks could deepen his character's emotional weight. Anna Torv as Tess, Joel's smuggling partner, may have been brief in Season 1, but she was incredibly memorable. Given Tess's close bond with Joel, a flashback could explore their past relationship or even be used as Joel's conscience, perhaps remembering a poignant conversation that resonates with him in Season 2. Ellie's first love, Riley, was featured in Season 1's Left Behind episode, but her story remains crucial to Ellie's emotional journey. Flashbacks of Riley could serve as a reminder of Ellie's past trauma, shaping how she approaches her relationships in Season 2. Season 2 of The Last of Us is going to be an emotional roller coaster. With Joel, Ellie, Tommy, and Maria all confirmed to return, their stories will take darker and more intense turns. Also, flashbacks could allow us some meaningful returns for characters such as Tess, Riley, and Sarah. What do you think? Which characters are you most excited to see again? Could they add more through flashbacks in Season 2? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Screen Rant.